Hi guys, welcome back to the 9 to 12 YouTube channel. This term, we won't be having a new video every week, but there will be a couple throughout the term, so keep an eye out on the classroom board or find out from your teacher when the new videos will be coming out. As you all know, Tessa has moved up to middle school, so this term we have a new teacher joining us on the videos named Tracy.
Hi guys, I'm so excited to be joining you in Humanities this term. This term our focus will be on the discovery of Europe and Africa. Africa and Europe are two continents. We, in South Africa, are located within the continent of Africa, and Europe is located north of us as its own continent. Europe sits on the northern hemisphere, while Africa sits in both the northern and southern hemispheres, with the equator running through parts of Africa. A few modern-day European countries include England, Poland, Germany, France, and Ireland. A few modern-day African countries include Mozambique, Egypt, Madagascar, and Kenya. You may remember learning about England last term when we discovered the ancient Tudors.
Europe was quite advanced during the age of exploration and led the discoveries of many other nations. Before Africa was discovered and colonized, there were many African tribes, including the Khoisan and Zulu tribes from South Africa, the Pygmies from West Africa, the Maasai tribes from Kenya, and the Tuareg people from the Saharan Desert. Portuguese explorer Prince Henry, also known as the Navigator, was the first European to methodically explore Africa and the ocean route to Indies. In 1455 and 1456, two Italian explorers, Alvise Cadamosto from Venice and Antoniotto Usidamaro from Genoa, together with an unnamed Portuguese captain who was working for Prince Henry, the Navigator of Portugal, followed the Gambia River, visiting the land of Senegal. Portuguese presence in Africa soon interfered with existing Arab trade. By 1583, the Portuguese established themselves in Zanzibar and on the Swahili coast. The Portuguese dealt with the other major states of southern Africa in modern Zimbabwe in a similar manner. Beginning in the 17th century, the Netherlands began exploring and colonizing Africa. For this purpose, two Dutch companies were founded: the West Indies Company, with power over all the Atlantic Ocean, and the East Indies Company, with power over the Indian Ocean. The West India Company conquered Elmina in 1637 and Luanda in 1640. The Dutch left a lasting impact in South Africa, a region ignored by Portugal that the Dutch eventually decided to use as a station in their route to East Africa. Jan van Riebeeck founded Cape Town in 1652, starting the European exploration and colonization of South Africa. Jan van Riebeeck was a Dutch colonial administrator and founder of Cape Town. He joined the Verenigde Oost-Indische Compagnie, VOC, or the Dutch East India Company, in 1639. In 1651, he volunteered to undertake the command of the initial Dutch settlement in the future South Africa. He landed 3 ships, the Dromedaris, the Rege, and the Goede Hoop, at the future Cape Town on the 6th of April 1652, and chose this as a site or a way station for the VOC trade route between the Netherlands and the East Indies. As early as 1530, English merchant adventurers started trading in West Africa, coming into conflict with Portuguese troops. In 1581, Francis Drake reached the Cape of Good Hope. Francis Drake was also known to have carried out the second circumnavigation of the world in a single expedition. This means that he sailed around the whole world. In 1626, the French Compagnie de l'Occident was created. This company expelled the Dutch from Senegal, making it the first French domain in Africa. France also had her eyes set on Madagascar, the island that had been used as a stop on travels to India. In 1642, the French East India Company founded a settlement in southern Madagascar called Fort Dauphin. 25 years later, Francois Martin led the first expedition to the Mulgissy heartland, reaching Lake Alatroe. In 1665, France officially claimed Madagascar under the name of Ile Dauphine. However, little activity would take place in Madagascar until the 19th century. In nearly all African countries today, the language used in the government and the media is a relic inherited from one of these waves of colonization by European explorers. The existence of a vast African diaspora is largely due to the practice of transporting millions of African slaves out of the continent by these colonizers and bringing many non-Africans in. This is why we have a rainbow nation in South Africa today. These explorers are just a few of many Europeans to set foot in Africa. As you can see from the maps on your screen, there were many voyages across the Atlantic to discover this new world.
Your task this week is to create a world map showing the routes of various European explorers to Africa. You will be given a plain map and you will need to color it in and draw the routes on for yourself. Please draw the routes clearly and carefully using different colors to show the various countries that the explorers came from. Don't forget to write your name and date on your task. We hope you enjoyed your first video of the term and are excited to learn about other new topics of discovering Africa and Europe.
Bye!